Welcome. I am Ravi Handa from IMS Calcutta, and we have gathered here today to do an analysis of CAT 2008 paper. If we have a look at the math section, it contains a total of 25 questions. In my opinion, some of them were very simple and some of them were speed breakers. The key, as always, remains in picking up the questions. For example, the question which dealt with the last two digits of 7 to the power of 2008. The question which talked about roots of x cube minus ax square plus bx minus c. The question which talked about the common terms of the two sequences. And the question, number of distinct terms in the expansion of a plus b plus c to the power of 20. These four questions were very simple and should have been attempted by all students. However, there were few other questions, like the two questions which were based on 5 horses, red, white, grey, black and spotted. Those two should not be attempted. They were the speed breakers. Taking that into account, in my opinion, the cutoff should be around 32. That makes 8 questions correct. I don't think it will be possible for anyone to attempt just 8 questions and get all of them correct. So if you have done around 12 questions and you got 9 right, you are on the right track. Then if we have a look at the DI section, first of all, I'd like to tell you all, in my opinion, what has happened is most of these sets are a repetition of the previous year's questions, at least in the format. The same questions are not repeated. CAT is not known to do that. However, the pattern has been repeated. For example, if we have a look at the number of admissions to various affiliated college, which talked about the sectional cutoff marks and the aggregate cutoff marks, we have seen this type of set before in CAT. If we look at the one with share trading, Abdul, Bikram and Chetan, that one also has been done in CAT before. And also the one which deals with HR, marketing, finance, business development and maintenance, the set which had 100 employees in an organization across various departments. These 3 sets have been there in CAT before, or at least similar to them. But however, does that make them easier? In my opinion, no. For example, the set with Abdul, Bikram and Chetan, the 3 professional traders, that is on the difficult side. Because of the simple reason, in every question there is some extra data which is mentioned and you need to calculate each question separately. Same goes for the set with 100 employees and 5 marketing departments. There also every question needs to be dealt with individually, which might act as a speed breaker. Also, the set which deals with telecom operators and the total revenue and ARDT in US dollars, the graph which was given to you. The graph might be easy to interpret, but the questions are very typical because especially the first one which talks about the volume of data transfer in India is the same as that of Singapore. Which of these statements is true? You need to go through all these statements to find out. And since this particular set has only 3 questions, this should have been avoided. However, the set which was dealing with 3 houses on each side of the road, the 6 houses labelled as PQRSTU, that should have been attempted. Also the set dealing with cutoff marks to various colleges, that should have been attempted as well. In my opinion, the sports event question was a gift to all students since it was simple, dealt with very basic concepts of logical reasoning, and it also had 4 questions. In my opinion, the cutoff for the DI section should be around 30 to 32, which means 8 questions correct here as well. However, if you attempted 10 or 11 questions, considering that you had them in sets, if you get 9 or 8 of them correct, you stand a pretty good chance of clearing the cutoff. In the end, once again, I'd like to add the cutoffs. For maths, around 32-34. For DI, around 30-32. For English, the cutoff is supposed to be approximately 46 to 50 marks. Please remember that English had 40 questions, so more time needs to be allotted to the English section. For maths and AI, time given should be a little less. Overall, a score of 120, 125 should get you 1 to 2 calls. Thank you. I'm Ravi Handa from IMS Calcutta.